more than 4 decades, Kevin and Ellen St. Cyr have embodied the values of service, leadership, and community. Tonight, we honor their remarkable journey and their lasting impact on Alvernia University. Kevin's career in leadership roles from General Electric to Burke Tech, CommScope, and later Murphy McCormick Capital Advisors has been marked by his drive and passion for the industries he's impacted. Ellen's career began in health administration, but her true focus became raising their children and serving her community. Education was always a priority for Kevin and Ellen. Alvernia became part of their lives not just through service, but as a way to give back to a community that gave so much to them. Kevin's dedication to Alvernia spanned more than 15 years as a trustee. His leadership helped guide the university's transition from college to university status, shape strategic and campus master plans, and bring pivotal projects to life. Kevin was instrumental in so many university initiatives, including the development of the football program, the Values and Vision campaign, and the transformation of numerous campus facilities. He believed in Alvernia's potential and worked tirelessly to see it realized, and Ellen was by his side supporting his commitment to this university. Ellen's contributions to her community were just as impactful. Her dedication to causes like the Brethren Village Retirement Community, Make-A-Wish Foundation, and her support of women and children through United Way and CASA programs have touched countless lives. Together, Kevin and Ellen's lives have been dedicated to service. Their legacy at Alvernia is felt in every corner of the campus. The new facilities, the programs, the thriving community of students and staff, but most importantly, their legacy is felt in the spirit of service they've instilled. Kevin and Ellen St. Cyr's journey has been one of love, leadership, and service. Tonight we celebrate their indelible mark on Alvernia University and the countless lives they've touched. Congratulations, Kevin and Ellen St. Cyr, recipients of the Franciscan Award.
That's emotional. And everyone here at Alvernia so much for this incredible honor. Just off script a second, sorry. We sit out there many times and we drive home to Lancaster and I say, oh my gosh, we got to do more. These people are so inspiring. So thank you all, and we humbly join all the previous Franciscan Award winners this evening. Congratulations to all of you. And congratulations to all the other honorees this evening for their outstanding contributions to Alvernia and way beyond. We're also grateful to many others that are here with us tonight, our family who joined us. What are you doing? He's always got my back. Thank you. Our daughter Molly and her boyfriend Mike came from Lancaster. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. We're so proud of you. Matt and his wife Amy, who flew in from New Orleans. We're on the 6 a.m. flight out of New Orleans this morning. Thank you so much for coming. And my mother-in-law, Kathy St. Cyr, who came down from Massachusetts. We appreciate you and love you. Thank you for coming. Tom and Helen, Kevin, I'll get to you. We're also excited to spend this weekend enjoying time with our grandson, Thomas Francis, and anxiously await the arrival of our new baby, St. Cyr number 2, coming in January. And lastly, I'm just incredibly proud of this man standing next to me. I'm sorry. So I will let you take it from here.
Well, we've been married for 42 years, and 16 of those were the Alvernia service. So as an engineer, I think we've been 38% of our marriage was with Alvernia.
Oh my gosh.
Roughly. That's mental math, but
It's usually pretty good.
St. Francis teaches in his famous prayer, "For it is in giving that we receive." And we received so much more than we gave to this institution. So that's how I'm going to frame out the rest of our remarks, is on gratitude. First and foremost, we're from New England, And I dragged Ellen kicking and screaming here in 1996. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for the late Joe Boscoff, who founded Berktech. In 96, we relocated here from Vermont, and Berktech is a leading data communications cabling systems company, serving major data centers today and major smart buildings. Those were the days, by the way, when there was a road to nowhere up here, and there was like a one-lane road to Lancaster, so it was kind of hard to get here when we first came on board, but now it's like a super highway coming up here, so it's easy. Joe Boscoff, affectionately known as Mr. B to Berktechers, was a true industry icon and innovator. I never knew, though, how joining Berktech would lead me to become an Alvernia trustee, following again in Mr. B's footsteps. And then it was a pleasure and honor to get to know trustees Jim Boscoff, son of Joe, and his late wife, Cindy Boscoff, while serving on the Board of Trustees. And special thanks to the wonderful Bernardine Franciscan sisters, whose relationships we treasure. Sister Rosemary, remember when you onboarded me and Joanne Judge and Steve Kaiser in the rich Franciscan tradition at Alvernia? And Sister Danielle, your referral to books about Saints Francis and Clare have made me a lifelong student of both of these transformational saints for the Catholic Church. One of the major highlights for me, and Tom Flynn knows this, was working with a team to develop the first sponsorship covenant between the administration, the trustees, and the sisters who deemed it critical to ensure long-term sustainability for Alvernia. On a lighter note, I'll never forget Sisters Roberta and Sean for the ribbing they gave me 13 years ago when I changed my haircut from a full head of hair to the current coif. It was kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you. And you know, trustees are here for one reason, really, the students. They're the heart of everything we do as trustees and remind us of why we serve. Ellen and I were both first-generation college graduates, and we know the pride that comes with crossing that finish line at graduations, just as many Alvernia graduates do. And thanks to fellow trustees I served with for so many years, I did the math again. In 16 years between onboarding and offboarding, I think I probably got to know over 100 trustees in 16 years. And that meant opening up a community of relationships up here in Berks County and beyond that took us into different social circles, and all of whom welcomed us Lancastrians with open arms and shared their wisdom about trusteeship. And four of us, myself, Flynn, Mullen, and Weber, as we say in New England, have New England roots, which made it fun, especially when talking pro sports and where we grew up. Prior board chairs, Mary Ann Campbell, Jim Boscoff, Kathy Herbine, and Joanne Judge provided great insights, preparing me in my vice chair and chair roles. And thanks to John Warner, who was the vice chair when I was chair, he provided such critical alumni perspective to me as a non-alum. Another unplanned benefit was to join Murphy McCormick Capital Advisors 6 years ago, a continuation of my career and lifelong learning to work with former trustees Bob McCormack and Michael Mullen. I'm also deeply thankful to the administration and faculty. Your board education sessions allowed us to better understand higher ed and what we needed to know as trustees, and so that we could provide our critical 3 sights role to provide insight, oversight, and foresight, because that's, if you boil it down in a nutshell, that's what trustees are supposed to do. Finally, to Dr. Tom Flynn, we've cherished every moment we've spent with you and Helen on campus and at Cedar Hill. Your leadership transformed Alvernia, Tom, starting with a vision that included strategic and campus master plans and a capital campaign that accelerated Alvernia's path forward. That was a $27 million campaign. I think we hit $30 million. Isn't it great to see now even double that in terms of numbers that we're talking about today? Your famous motto, I'm sure it wasn't only given to me, to give until it feels good. I'm sure most trustees have heard that as well. But that also is a phrase that I also encourage others to use in my other philanthropic activities. Along the way, the concept of Alvernia as an anchor institution evolved. This was probably 15 years ago, this theme became. And that established the belief among the sisters, trustees, and administrations that we could both think big and act big. And look at what this institution has become, going from good to great, as Jim Collins would say. Tom, your mentoring and road trips to Aspen and Boston for AGB seminars expanded my thinking on the role of a board chair and on contemporary committee structures, which led to the redesign of committees of the Alvernia board. On a lighter note, remember when my daughter Molly was 15, sitting at the table, she wanted to attend the Starting Line concert at Alvernia with her friend Lindsay. Now, we're living 30 miles away. I didn't feel very good about it. But when we drove Molly up, we were greeted by a chaperone who made sure she got in properly, her and Lindsay. And that sort of took over for the rest of the evening. And thanks for keeping your eye on that, Tom. So when I think about the exciting times we had, it's no wonder we stayed on for 16 years as trustees. Since then, the positive Alvernia experience have helped me be a more effective member of other nonprofit boards and organizations, because it truly is a high-performing board, and I'm sure it's gotten even better. In closing, thanks to everyone who's helped make this journey possible for us. It's been an extraordinary experience, and we're honored to continue being part of this amazing community. And for one last saying on behalf of Tom Flynn, Pace e bene, peace and all good. Thank you.